Hey, what's up you guys, Connor Comics here. Now today I have a haul of a couple of books that I've picked up. We have 2 Marvels and 3 DC, 1 Omnibus, and the rest are deluxe editions. So the first book that we have, I sort of know how this book ends because of other series and how they go on from here. But I've sort of been interested in giving this event a read and seeing some of the creators on the front. I really do enjoy most of the creators that are on this book, and that book would be Avengers vs X-Men Marvel Platinum Edition. So this includes some of the creators down here. You have the likes of Bendis, Jason Aaron, Ed Brubaker, Matt Fraction, and Jonathan Hickman. You have John Romita Jr., Cuba, Andy Cuba, I believe that is, Cho, and Copel. Yep. But yeah, this collects X-Men 0, Avengers vs X-Men 0 and 1 to 12. So yeah, can't wait to jump into this, as I've always been a fan of the Avengers and the X-Men, and I do want to get more Avengers books, as you can see by this shelf alone, there's 6 X-Men book there, there's 2 more there, there's Inhumans vs X-Men, so I do have quite a bit of X-Men books in my collection, and I only probably actually have 1 Avengers book. So that's why I will sort of get into this. I'll read this, and then I think I will maybe collect the likes of Uncanny Avengers, which I believe includes like the Avengers and X-Men on the same team. I believe I have one of those volumes somewhere. Yeah, I do have the Uncanny, so I want to get more of those sort of stories. But yeah, that is Avengers vs X-Men. Talking of the X-Men, the next book that we have here is Uncanny X-Men Volume 2 by Bendis. So lovely front cover there with the likes of Cyclops, Magneto, Professor X, Majek, Nightcrawler, Wolverine in the background, Storm. So yeah, I can't wait to jump into this, as I have Volume 1, so this will literally be the completion of the series, as you can see there. And this book collects 19 to 35, 600 and annual number 1, and all new X-Men annual number 1. So yeah, this will finally complete it off, as you can see in the background here, I did complete the all new X-Men run. And then also over here, I have the first volume of the all-new X-Men, so I might as well finish off this story. And having a flick through, there's actually an artist on this book that I notice. It's Sorrentino, that artist there, looking, come on camera. Okay, it doesn't seem to be picking it up, but I love his work, as he worked on the likes of Old Man Logan, and then also, if I can grab the book, and also worked on this series here, which is the deluxe edition Green Arrow, as it tries to slip out on me. Yeah, I've really enjoyed his artwork, so I can't wait to jump into this, saying that he has done some art on the book, and then also finish off a series. I've heard people have mixed opinions on the Bendis X-Men run, but I enjoyed the all new X-Men, and I can't wait just to finish this off, as it's sort of been bugging me that I have volume 1 and haven't picked up volume 2. The next book that we have is, we have 2 Rebirth books. The first one, which literally just arrived this morning about half an hour ago, and that was Rebirth Deluxe Edition Book 1 Nightwing by Tim Sale. I know before this there is Grayson, so I might actually pick up the Grayson Omnibus if I enjoy this story. In the background you have the logo of the Court of Owls, so it'll be interesting to see how much involvement they get involved with this. Yeah, this collects, come on, Rebirth number 1 and Nightwing 1 to 15, so a good chunk of the book there. So yeah, Nightwing has always been a character that I've wanted to get into, ever since actually reading him as Batman by Scott Snyder, and I didn't really know where to start. I was going to get the New 52 run on the character, but what I was told by people when looking up reviews is that run sort of got taken over by crossovers, because like at the time obviously you had Scott Snyder on the run, so that means it had to go through the Court of Owls, the Death of the Family, it had to go through 0 Year, and all basically other stories that basically throughout the run sort of cut off the writer that could actually focus on that character, instead of him having to then obviously get 4 issues in. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, you have a crossover here. I know this does cross over with Monster Men. I'll probably skip those issues and then just go on with the story. But yeah, Nightwing has always been a character that I've been interested in. A deluxe edition that I'd love to see them print is Titans and Teen Titans in the Rebirth, because I know he's part of the Titans team, but they don't seem to be doing that anytime soon. Another one that I really want to see is Green Lantern, Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. I even had that pre-ordered, and then they just decided to cut it and not tell anyone, so I literally had a pre-order sitting there for ages. So yeah, that is Nightwing before I continue rambling. And then the other Rebirth book that I have is Volume 3 of The Flash by Joshua Williamson. As you can see, that's him with the negative speed force on the front, and then once again the negative speed force on the back, and what looks like the Black Hole Gang with the sort of sparks coming off that. So this collects, if it would zoom, hello. Okay, that worked. So it collects 28 to 38 and Holiday Special 2017. So yeah, that is The Flash. I enjoyed Volume 1, really enjoyed Volume 2. I really enjoyed Volume 1. Volume 2 was alright, not my favourite, but when I started to get into Reverse Flash, I quite enjoyed it, and him taking on the negative speed force. The issue is with a run like this, is when a run goes on for too long, it sort of changes artists a lot. I really enjoyed the art in Volume 1, and then Volume 2, it seemed to be a bit all over the place. Like, you'll maybe have 2 issues of one writer, artist, 3 issues with another artist, and when you finally then got used to an art style, it's already changed to another art style. So having a flick through, it does seem to be the same ordeal with this book, but hopefully it doesn't take away too much from the writing. And finally, the book that I have, which I can talk the most about, as I've literally have maybe 6 more issues to go, but that would be the Grant Morrison Batman Omnibus Volume 1. So this includes stories of the introduction of Damian Wayne, his relationship with Talia, the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul. You have the Black Glove sort of mystery story arc, and then running through you have the Ghosts of Batman. You have an introduction of another Batman character, which some would actually know if you've looked up Elseworlds or other versions of Batman. You'll probably know the costume if I say like a purpley pink style costume. But yeah, this story it sort of deals with throughout people worried that has Batman lost his mind, and that is sort of a really interesting thing to go through. So there's sort of like the ghosts of other Batman, and he sees it as like a hallucination, but then they're actually real. So I do really enjoy this run. You then have a bit more of his relationship with Tim Drake and his relationship with Damian Wayne. But yeah, so far this has been great. The artwork has been consistent. It does collect a good chunk of material here. I can't wait for actually Volume 2 to be printed when that happens. So it has 655 to 658 663 to 683, and material from DC Universe 0 and 52 issue 30 and 47, if it would. There you go. Yep. So yeah, those are the books that I got. So obviously, Batman by Grant Morrison, The Flash, that's most likely gonna fall. Exactly. Nightwing book 1, it's most likely gonna fall. All new, X-Men volume 2, and the one, it's a bit smaller, premium edition, is the Avengers vs X-Men. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed today's haul. You maybe would have seen that there was another one uploaded but then got deleted. It's because, like I said, people weren't too happy with the obnoxious music, so I'm gonna have to maybe figure out a way to get music in that works, sort of. So let's say maybe use theme songs. Let's say if I could use the X-Men theme song or Batman or things like that, I'll try and work a way around it. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this haul, and tell me if you have read any of these books or you're looking forward to picking up any of these books, and I can maybe give my opinions on these books when I get round to reading them. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.